The following program is brought to you by Stones Radio Networks. The views, opinions, statements, outbursts, random thoughts, decisions, and shenanigans expressed are solely those of the hosts and in no way are reflective of those of the Lincoln Potters Baseball Club, management, or staff. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Bitches. You are listening to Stones Radio Networks, the home of the Lincoln Potters. Started with trading a bag of weed for a mixing board and a couple of microphones. This is the show that started it all. It started as Stones and the Boys, and through many incantations, we're always Stones and Toy. We had a Knock, a Casual T, a Jay Wuck, a Rebecca Blanton, a Jessica Cameron, Mike E. Winfield, a Carmichael Dave. But still, it always comes back to two guys sitting in a room talking.
Two guys sitting in a garage talking.
And now it's time for Stones and Toy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Goodbye Sober Day. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Stones and the Toy. Goodbye Sober Day. Goodbye Sober Day. Goodbye Sober Day. Goodbye Sober Day. Stones and the Toy.
It is like robot sex in your ears.
Well, guess what? We're back again because we are consistent. Inconsistent. Yes,
That's
we
right.
are. But so we're a couple minutes late because we were Amazon. That's all I got to say. It's Jeff Bezos' fault. So guess what, everybody? It is Tuesday morning, and it is time once again for another episode of the Stones and Toy Show here, live, coming to you from the Stones Radio Network studios and Dog Kennel. Because she's not in here. Oh, good.
No, we are not allowing her to be in here today.
That's fantastic. I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking. Is this the camera?
Yeah, you just look in my direction. I look in your direction.
I don't know if this is my good side because I'm
we'll do
like
what we have
Mariah
to do
Carey.
here.
Mariah Carey. She's got a good side.
I think we're fine.
Yes. Hey,
no, all I need to do is
be introduced. I haven't got to your introduction
I need to hear
yet.
myself.
There
there I go. Now I can hear myself.
I see.
There
we go. So
what's up?
Yeah, so you can hear everybody, and or they can hear you now, and that's good.
Yeah.
And that, my friend. Well, now you ruined it, but that's all right. I'll be
fine.
trying to, so I was going to say, every cowboy sings a sad, sad song.
God, no.
Every toy has his Stones.
Woo-hoo!
There he is.
All right.
So that's what I was trying to do. But
I appreciate that. Well, welcome.
I thought of that on the way over here today doing my show prep.
That's your show prep?
That was my show prep.
Okay, hey, man, however you got to do it.
Had nothing to do with the fact that Every Rose Has its Thorns on the radio.
Every rose News has it, Stone.
Fun fact, if you want some fun toy facts,
Yeah,
first song I ever learned how to play all the way through.
Is that right?
That is correct.
Wow.
That is not the first riff I ever learned, though.
No.
No, that was Crazy Train. Yes.
Going down on a crazy
Which was also on the
train.
radio this morning, and I tried to think of a good intro for that, but then it went to poison.
Then it went to shit.
So then there was
It
nothing
went
I
to
could do
shit.
about that.
No,
So-
that's fine. Hey, well, welcome in everybody, Stones and Toy. We are back for a consecutive show,
That's right.
which is pretty impressive.
It is. I'd call that a bigger upset than Vietnam.
Oh yeah, easily. War of 1812. So yeah, we're back. We're
We
doing-
won that one. We expected to win that
No,
one.
I don't think we were expected to win that one. I think the projections. I think the money line was,
On the Brits still?
like
well, yeah, they
plus
were.
300. I think.
Yeah, probably.
So yeah, no, it wasn't good. But regardless, we're back and we're gonna try to do another show. Actually, there's prep and there's all kind of. How do you like your camera, by the way? I mean,
I like it. It's a little weird for me, just like
Yeah?
as I noted.
Do I need to move it? Are you not?
Well, no, because
'cause
like
I
I know
can
that
do
I'm
that,
not
right?
supposed
Like-
to. I know that I'm not supposed
that
to be
better?
paying attention to the.
So we can see Mountain Dew me.
market.
Is that
Is
better?
a nice. That's my Christmas present. So thought I'd wear that for you today.
Is that good? Are you?
That is very good.
Okay.
No, the weird part. See, I'm representing. So the somebody did. They gave me a Mountain Dew. That's
Yes.
all I'm asking for.
That's all I'm asking for.
So the no, like I say, so I understand the way you set up the studio here, and it's fantastic. By the way, let me
Well,
just say,
thank you very
everybody,
much.
if you can see our surroundings, it's fantastic.
They can.
Something is. Oh, there it is. It needs to be.
Higher. Yeah, right behind your head. Perfect.
Oh, no, now I can just sit like this.
Please
There we go.
don't.
We'll raise the camera.
Please don't sit like that.
No, that's a bad spot for that.
It's a bad. I had it in
So-
the right spot. Trust me.
No,
I had
it's
it in
still
the
a
right
bad spot because now it's behind the chair.
was nice and
but it is
hidden.
behind the Phantom, so
Listen,
it's
there will-
protected.
Listen,
Safe.
for everybody watching, listening, whatever you're doing to,
Enjoy
take
us.
in the show. Know that tomorrow at 6 p.m. live on Stones Radio Networks is the return of the Fantasy Podcast.
Oh, it is the season.
Yes, and,
yes, indeed.
There's going to be a special episode tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Phantom and the great Kenny Parker,
KP's in the house.
the guru of fantasy football. He'll
Mr.
be here.
Speedy himself.
And they've got a new show title and I'm not going to give away all the details. Be here tomorrow, 6 p.m. Live fantasy show, kicking it off because of the draft and everything. I mean, lots and lots of fantasy
Lots of
talk.
things to talk about.
And you got to get prepared for your fantasy draft.
Absolutely,
So-
which is right around the corner.
Right around the
it's-
corner.
It's not only bathing suit season; it is just about OTA season.
Yes, it is. So that's coming up. So I brought that up to tell you that your effing Cowboys helmet gets placed on the table in which they do their podcast. So
America's team, baby.
It will be represented. Right now it's in the perfect spot behind you where I can't see it. Okay?
But we can't see Safety Bob.
We can see Safety Bob, and that's all that really matters.
There he is.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll be right back.
Okay. Very good.
so
I will
do something.
Do you want me to pad? Is that what you're telling
Just
me to
do
do?
something.
Okay. So let's see. So what can I inform everybody about here these days? Okay. So let me tell you some good stories. Actually, so I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead just to Tales from the Ambulance because I had a pretty cool experience this week. Doing instead of doing a normal 911 call, which I normally do, I had another interfacility transfer. I was picking up a patient from one hospital to another and taking him in for a procedure that they couldn't do at the first place. So, very nice guy, very large gentleman. I'd say he was probably about 6'2", 6'3", 260 pounds of solid steel. He unfortunately had gotten an infection in his hand from just a stupid little staple puncture from an old fence board. And it got all swollen and it was bad. So he had to go in to get it taken care of. And so we were taking him to the other hospital to take care of that. And in talking with him, the sport of football came up as conversation as it may happen with me once or twice. Like talking the foosball. It turns out this gentleman played for the Green Bay Packers back in the late 80s and early 90s. It was Amazing. So we talked a lot about the discipline and the work that went into it. I got to look at some pictures of his, his college ring at Oregon. He went to the University of Oregon, so he was a Duck, and then he was drafted back in the day when they had more than 7 rounds. He was drafted in the 12th round by the Packers and played for a couple years. Amazing story. A lot of good work went into all of that, and hopefully he's doing well and on the mend. But I got to meet an NFL guy this week, and that was a lot of fun. Very cool experience for me. That's okay. I hope you feel better now.
You got to tell.
So I was just telling everybody about the fact that I got to transport this gentleman. Did
we not give his name?
I didn't give his name.
Okay,
I did. Right. Just to.
Glad you said something.
Yep.
I almost dropped that.
Don't want to give his name just because I did mention why he was going. So.
Did you give the team?
I did give the team, and I gave the years.
Go, Pat, go.
So I know that you were very happy about that, as well as he's down there now.
Yeah,
because he's wearing a different jersey now.
He's wearing a different jersey.
Yeah,
we'll
talk. We'll talk A-Raj at some point. But anyway, so that was very cool. So he was hilarious and very stable and hilarious. But
awesome.
So again, I hope he's doing well. So
thank you for vamping.
No problem. I hope you're doing. Hope you're feeling better. All is good now.
Yes. No. So we're just gonna jump right into the show. I did a bunch of show prep.
Yes, you did.
I got shit together, and
you built us a new studio.
Like everything I always do. I get all ready for something, and then poof, something changes.
That's what happens.
So we now have a new show topic. And the new show topic is why I walked outside.
Oh, see, I was trying to make everybody feel like you had gut problems.
No, I have no gut. I have gut problems, but that's a whole nother show.
I was going to sell that to the people.
I'm going to eventually, I think I'm going to actually start my own show.
As well you should.
Called Stones Got Stones.
I hope you don't get stones. That's bad time. I had the gallstones, and that's
what I'm talking about, because I think that's where I'm headed. But anyway,
that's not a good time.
We'll talk about that another time. All right. So
changes your diet up significantly.
Here's the situation.
Just saying.
I have a regular marijuana delivery guy. I've been using this gentleman for over 5 years.
Yes, you have.
I've become very good friends with this gentleman. Yeah. He's been into my house many times. Yeah. We've socialized many times.
Absolutely, and
great guy. Okay,
great guy, great business owner. Runs his thing nicely.
Looks just like Jorge Masvidal for all you MMA fans out there. Looks just like Jorge. In fact,
I would concur.
But
because I had to because once you told me that, then I looked him up and I was like, oh yeah, that's him.
and for the first 3 or 4 years that we were friends, I would oftentimes say, why were you gone for a week? Were you down in Miami fighting again? And he would look at me and go, huh? What are you talking about? Come to find out, he doesn't even know who Jorge Masvidal is.
No, because he's a peace, love, and chicken grease kind of guy. He doesn't. He's he's built and he looks like he very well could handle himself in any sort of situation. But
gotcha.
That doesn't strike me. That doesn't strike me as his vibe. So
here's the thing. So
in the times that I've met him,
I've been calling this guy. We've been dealing together for a while now. He's a great guy. Blah 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 blah. He went MIA on me.
Yeah. Maybe to Miami? MIA?
Well, maybe to Miami. I'm actually getting a lot more information, and that's why I decided we're going to jump right into this story as opposed to any other story.
Fantastic. Well, I was hoping to find out about this because I've been curious about the outcome of this story as well.
It's just interesting. So at any rate, quick backstory is I generally call this guy probably once a month. Right?
Yep. I hit him up. Hey, I need a new case of beer.
I need something. He's like, cool, I'll be there in an hour. We're good to go.
For the purposes of this story.
Absolutely. It's all good, right? And so that's how we handle ourselves. And so my normal correspondence came back saying, hey, bro, sorry, we have a new number.
Yep.
Here's the new number.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, thank you.
Yep. Because I also
updated
just
the
want
number.
I also just want everybody to know
Yeah.
that this is a legal above board.
Oh yeah, legitimate business. This is
beer distributing company.
Yes,
above
nothing,
board.
nothing.
You can advertise and put billboards up.
Nothing
if you
toward
wanted to.
about this. Okay?
Correct. This is not back in the day.
No.
Hey, I got a guy that knows a guy, and you talk to the guy behind the
No.
library who tells you the guy.
Yeah, we don't.
It's not
we don't-
that. It's
we
not
don't do
that situation.
We don't do that.
No.
So at any rate, so I get the new number, update
Laws
that.
are wonderful these days.
I update that
some
number,
regards.
send out my request,
Sorry, I had
get
to
my
fix that.
response, boom, 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 shit's handled. Everything is good, right? You need a rock Raggets, go away.
This is a no Brock zone.
Well, this is the no Brock zone. We will address you later.
Anytime we're together, there's a
We
no
will
Brock zone.
address you
involved.
later, Brock Raggets.
Especially when Maya's in the house. Definitely no Brock zone.
Definitely no Brock zone. But your dad's awesome. But you, no Brock zone.
No Brock zone.
This is not a no Ragged zone. It's a no Brock
No, it's
zone.
a no Brock zone.
So-
no, because his brother's rad too.
Ding, ding, ding. Yes, exactly. So
But
just forget
but no
it.
Brock.
'Kay.
So anyway,
Way too much Brock already. Okay.
well, it
Way
is-
too much Brock.
it is LCB.
It is LCD. That's
So
true.
there you go.
So back to my story.
Oh, good story.
Update. Boom, boom, boom. Transactions complete. Cool. So about a month goes by. I send a message out to the number. Boom, boom, boom.
Keg is dry, my friend.
It's delivered. I'm tapping that shit and it's good to go, right? Happy as a mofo. So my monthly call comes up on Friday. And I send out my correspondence and a couple hours later I get a correspondence back. And it's I'm out. We're dry. We're dry.
The hops were not
And I was like,
harvested.
okay, no, that's cool. That's understandable. It happens to everybody. However, in 5 years, it has never once happened.
No, that is not the
But,
historical situation.
But okay, so it happens. It happens to everybody.
indeed.
You know, times are tough right now.
It's true.
So I chalk it up to whatever. So I respond back, no problem. How about tomorrow morning? Response, cool.
Word.
All right. So the next morning, Saturday, I wake up and get my bests on and I have my coffee.
Yep. Got the Sunday best going on Saturday.
And because I'm a nice guy, I wait till way after 10 o'clock
Oh, absolutely.
to start
Reasonable time.
trying to correspond
Most
with people,
businesses should
you
be
know.
up and operational by 10 o'clock. in the
Oh,
morning, so,
if they're
yeah.
not, you're probably in the wrong business.
Or,
However,
I mean, unless you're like a restaurant,
Yeah.
usually 11 o'clock maybe.
dinner, a
yeah,
dinner
11
restaurant.
o'clock
Yeah.
maybe.
lunch, dinner
but,
type of thing.
Yeah.
But, so anyway, I
Music
reach out.
store, 11
I reach
o'clock.
out 5 hours later. Okay, so that puts it around 3,
Mm-hmm.
right? I get a response, and it's traveling home will not be available. Thanks.
Which,
You know as well as I do because you work with this business as well.
so the I was going to just say that the thing that is missed is that after the hey new number, the tone of not the tone but the verbiage, the phrasing, if you will,
The
of the
tenor has
of the texting.
Yes.
So it seems as though maybe
Yes.
the first one not so much, but from there it starts to shift,
Yeah.
and it seems like this is not the same person.
Not the same person.
No.
And that's
So,
what I'm starting at.
This is not Jorge
point.
Velez or whatever his name
This
is.
is not, Masvidal.
Sure.
Okay. To BAM. Okay.
Bam!
The baddest motherfucker. Or badass mofo. Or I don't remember. There's some
Bamf.
stupid title they have. Yeah, that's what it is. The
Bamf.
Bamf title.
The Banff title.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, fuck that.
Not
That's not what
Bam.
I'm trying to talk about.
Okay. Well, anyway.
So I go, okay. And then I'm like, you know what? This is just weird. I'm not
Yep.
thinking this is the right person. So I called the old number, which
Yep.
I decided to save
As well you should have.
just in case.
As well you should have. I was glad about that.
Interestingly enough, it went to a voicemail that was in a foreign language.
Yes. Which
Which-
is odd.
Was odd.
Especially given the fact that Jorge Vasquez is not
Masvidal.
whatever, is not of the heritage of which the language was spoken.
Maybe. I don't know. It's a tough one. We've had this debate before.
Okay,
We're
I'm
not
gonna
having the ethnicity debate right now.
I'm just going to. Okay, this is what I'm going to point out to
Okay, you
This
point
is
that
all
out
I'm
to
going
me.
to say. You know his real name, and you notice the necklace he wears.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
So therefore, I'm going to say that he is not of the kindred spirit of Jorge Magellan.
Oh, Masvidal.
Whatever. So
Yeah, it's got that.
you see what I'm saying?
Oh, that extra point thing.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
So
you're
that's why, and so given that,
okay.
looking at those factors, I'm going to say he's not.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that language was not his normal language.
I'm going to go with you on that one.
Okay.
I'm going to agree to agree.
Oh,
on
ding,
this
ding.
one.
I get a ding on that.
I don't have the ding dings.
Ah, bummer,
so,
but ding,
yeah, you get
bing
dings.
bong.
You
Okay.
get bing bongs and all
Awesome.
that fun stuff. So I left a message because that's the only number, right?
Now, the question is, did you leave the message in that language?
I tried.
That's what you should have.
I tried.
Because that way it might come across clearer.
I used my accent
Oh, that'll work.
to the best of my ability.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I'm not going to give it to you here. I'm not even going to give it to you here. So,
Yo, Holmes.
needless to say, I did not
Got
get
to write an essay.
I did not get a response. Okay,
Well,
to
because
my
they didn't
voicemail.
understand the message.
For my voicemail, did not get me a response.
Because they didn't understand the message.
So what I did is I sent another text to the original number that I had been getting screwed on. Okay, and
New phone, who dis?
new phone. Who dis?
It's me again.
I got a response. My message was, well, what about in the morning?
Hey, how's the
Again.
morning workout?
This is the second time I've asked for morning.
Yep.
And
Did they say that they're a morning person?
I got no response.
Well, because they're not morning people.
I got no.
Didn't you learn your
response.
lesson the day before?
I thought
Not
so, but
morning
I
people.
didn't. I didn't.
Not
so,
morning people. They didn't get back to you until the late afternoon. So try that.
However,
Dinner establishment.
I was hopeful, even though I hadn't heard anything. I was hopeful
Right.
that I was going to be taken care of today.
Uh-huh.
And we set up our show. We did all of our stuff. I had a couple errands. In fact, I had to take my truck in, all that fun stuff. You picked me up.
I did.
We're getting ready for the show.
Had a false recognition.
I'm falling. That one's funny. And I'm like, okay, it's about 10:30. I think I need to start setting stuff up.
Yep.
And then my phone goes ding-a-ling-a-ling, and it's I'm ready when you are. Okay, well, I'm ready. Like,
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. Remember the last couple days?
Yeah.
Still ready.
So the response was, I'll be there in a half hour.
Perfect.
So I look at the phone, and it's 10:27 to be exact, and a half an hour will put that at 10:57.
Yes.
And I have a show starting at 11. And for all those in the know, pulling back the curtain, I want to start on time.
Yes, he does.
That guy right there said, dude, what's the problem? We're the most consistently inconsistent show ever. So who cares if we wait extra? I don't want to.
And then I said what?
And then you said,
That would be funny.
It would be
because
hilarious.
people would be expecting us to be here on time
Yeah.
for this show because we said we were gonna be, and then we're late.
and then nobody tunes in ever anyway, so it doesn't matter.
And then you said, "No, we're trying to run a business
I'm
here."
running
and then
a
I
business.
then I said, "That's why I'm the safety officer."
This is Stones Radio Networks LLC. Now,
I know,
Okay,
and that's
I
why-
should
and-
put it on the title, but I'm not that like.
But like
you know.
a good minion,
Neighbor,
like
State Farm is
like a
there.
good minion. I went and sat down in my chair, and
Yes.
then I said, and "That's why I'm the safety officer."
I'm
And you're all,
good.
"What?" And I was like, "Nothing."
Well, that's why Safety Bob is over your shoulder.
That's right, because we got to keep him safe. And
So-
actually, the reason that I was saying I'm the safety officer is because
Yeah.
I tried to put my Mountain Dew on top of this stool, and
Oh,
it
it
was a little
works.
wobbly.
Oh, it works.
And I didn't want to spill, so I decided to just put it down here on
Here.
the floor.
There.
No, it's not that.
That way it won't
it's-
spill.
It's this part.
Oh, you're such a wuss.
So,
Anyway, that's
a
still
good catch, though.
a couple. Anyway,
do you want it back?
no, I don't want it back.
Okay.
I gave it to you.
I appreciate it.
Use it. I don't want rings on
Learned
my
it from
floor.
watching you. Yeah, no rings on the floor.
All right, so I want to wrap this story up by saying this, because now it gets fun.
Well, this is the part that I needed to know. I've known all of this part.
So the show starts. As you guys saw, we were a few minutes late. I was not a happy camper, but
No.
that's fine. I will make it work.
Yep.
And I said, let's go. I'm going to have to walk out of the show once
Yep.
it starts. I know it because
Yep.
I'm going to get a text saying here,
Yep.
and I'll be in here.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
That's correct. And then everybody got to hear my story about hanging out with an NFL player.
So I hope it was a fun story because this one, we're going to have fun with it,
I'm
think.
looking forward to it. Your story is going to be way better than mine because I didn't come up with anything really exciting.
I'm currently still working with the same company.
Okay.
Okay. So there has not been a change of ownership or anything. It's still the same company that I've been working with for the last 5 years.
The head cheese isn't
The head-
somewhere 6 feet under
The
somewhere?
the head cheese is not, he is breathing.
Okay, that's good.
He is breathing. Now, however,
Is he on a ventilator breathing?
the manner in which he is breathing may not be free air.
I see. So
And-
my other sneaking suspicion is what maybe occurred.
Okay.
Okay.
Please.
Oh no, we talked
okay,
about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, so here.
I had 3 options
Here-
basically set up for him.
I think.
So,
I think. Bondi did something.
oh shit.
I think
God damn
Bondi
it.
did something. And here's the reason why. This is what I found out. I was told to my face, I cannot tell you where he is or when he will be back. I don't exactly know, but I kind of know. And I have no idea what's happening.
Bondi.
So currently, that means one of two things. Either somebody is detained and cannot get their word out, or 2, they are, let's say, Forrest running and don't have time to get their word out.
Okay.
And that's where I am at currently.
Okay. Well, I think that there's definitely some Bondi involvement here. Definitely some Bondi involvement here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's the guy you turn to in these kind of situations.
And listen,
And
I have no idea what happens in
that
Miami.
doesn't always work out well, but at the same time, sometimes it does, and that's the guy that does it.
I
you
don't
know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, I don't know what happens in Miami. I just know that it's part of Florida, and Florida is bad.
Florida's fucked up.
So
man. It needs to be taken out.
it-
We've discussed this
It
many
shouldn't.
times.
It
Ballistic missile
probably
strike. Just
it probably shouldn't be happening. Is what I'm getting at. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. All I know is that is a first for me, and I don't really know what to do at this point or say other than, well, tell him I said hi.
yeah, that's about it. And wishing him well.
And the response was, I'll try. So I'm not sure what that means.
Wow, that's an interesting response.
Exactly. Exactly.
See, now I got to stop watching true crime shows.
Okay, so yes.
Because
Yes.
see, I'm afraid that this is that stall tactic where somebody came in and decided that they wanted to be a beer distributor as well.
Yeah.
And said, hey, we'll go ahead and take this fleet of vehicles and this list of customers
And off your hands.
off your hands for you, and we'll send you on a nice little vacation. Now, that was the thing. The vacation thing made me think of Bondi and his vacation in the van.
Well, that's possible. However,
But they
I was
weren't.
looking into the eyes of the would-be person who would put that person in a van and drive them away.
Not necessarily.
It would be a very close connection,
Fair enough.
and I didn't get that vibe.
Good cop, bad cop kind of thing.
I didn't get that vibe.
Okay.
So I'm not thinking that's where it's at.
Okay,
Now,
well, that's good because I'm afraid that, because you know where those vacations go, and I'm afraid that they wouldn't be as nice to
It's not
to
Aruba
our friend
or
as
Jamaica.
No, they're not even going to make it
No.
in the Bahamas.
No.
Come on, they're not going to do it all. That they, I don't think they would be as nice to him as they would be to Bondi.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
no.
mean, they weren't nice to Bondi.
No.
But I don't think that,
No.
I mean, Bondi was able to come back from his vacation. if you will.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean,
You know what I'm saying there. So
kinda.
okay, well that's positive. That leaves the other two options. The one that you mentioned that I didn't think of, which is the interesting possibility, and then
Don't want to think about that.
No, I don't either.
No,
no. And then there's
somebody gonna be knocking on my door. That's what I'm getting at.
and then there's that other one.
I don't like that, bro.
Yeah, no,
I'm not into that.
no, I don't think that's an issue.
But if I am, hey, listen. If you guys are listening,
Yeah, I don't
Go
think
ahead.
that's. No, I don't think that's gonna.
that would just be more show information for me.
That's true.
So bring it.
That is very true, but
Come
I
knock-
also think that it
It's
would
legitimate. So bring it. Come on.
be. See, I also think that I don't
I mean,
think
everything I was doing was legitimate. I mean,
that's what I'm
you
saying.
know.
So I don't think there's nothing involved in there. I don't think that's an issue.
Sure.
I think it would have something to do with something else. Something else.
Like
Something not even
you can't do that.
I'm gonna say is
Okay.
something not even as major as it might
Sound.
as you might think it is. Like it's not like the
Is he importing fish from Miami?
no, I don't think so at all. No, I think it would be something more along the lines of okay. Remember the time that he came over here after he had made he brought in a new investor,
Yes.
and you remember how he had been out celebrating,
Yes. Yes, I do.
and he
just come back from Vegas.
and they were having
Yes.
a ton of fun.
Yes, they were.
And then he came over here and all was fun and all was great. And then what happened the next morning? Hey, man, I'm sorry I missed you yesterday. I'll come over today.
No, you were here yesterday.
Right. And how was he getting around?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So I'm thinking that it might be something as
Simple as?
simple as.
Huh. I mean, that's possible. It's all, listen.
So
right now
I think it might be something along those lines.
everything is speculation at this point. Right?
Agreed.
And I mean,
Because in knowing what I know about the rest of the beer distribution business that he's got,
yeah.
it's all legal. So
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely.
Like there's nothing. So I don't think that there's anything going on there.
No, there's
so
business
and-
licenses, the whole.
Yeah,
the whole
and he
shebang.
doesn't. And he doesn't strike me as
That's how I found him. Was through
Exactly.
business license.
Yeah, and so through that, I don't think that. And then in just knowing him,
Yeah.
like I don't see him being part of the Miami connection.
The Miami Mafia.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Well, but that's
So
the
that's
thing.
why I think it might be something as simple as
I'm just wondering if
You
this
know.
is like 1980s Miami Vice kind of bullshit. Okay, that's all I'm getting at because all that shit's coming back, right?
Yeah.
And we're seeing that, and it's coming in different waves now. It might not be the same stuff they're moving, but it's stuff, right? And
True.
I because I know this. Miami is a spot that they go. You know what I mean? And I just, when this kind of shit pops up, the mind wants to wander.
It does.
And I want it to be all good, but it generally comes back as bad when my mind wanders.
Understandable. Yes, I understand that completely.
I don't know what to do about that. I just let
I
it
get
go.
that too.
So, but this
No,
is
you
where I
just
get
kinda-
to just kind of open up and,
And you say,
flush out.
let's hope for the best.
Speaking of speculations and all that stuff, did
Yeah.
you hear Natalie Holloway's murderer is back in the news?
No,
did you hear about
I
this?
did not hear about this.
Jordan Vandersloot. You remember that guy? Remember that name?
Vaguely.
Jordan Vandersloot. He was the white bit. He had kind of kind of has like a peanut head shape.
Okay.
He was the murderer.
Okay. He was like a Norwegian vacationer there too, or something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. Yeah,
I vaguely remember that.
So, so there's a couple of things you may not even know, but he's currently serving a 28-year prison sentence for killing a 19-year-old girl 2 years after the Natalie
Oh,
Holloway.
so
thing.
he's a real piece of shit.
And
okay, gotcha.
yeah, and he was busted, convicted, and serving time.
Right, they actually had evidence on him.
Yeah, they
instead
actually
of
had
the
a
speculation. on
And
him.
this was in a different country. Also, this was not in.
Hey, he just
in that-
vacations and kills chicks. That's
That's
awesome.
kind of what's going on, right? So, at any rate, the reason why he's back in the news is because he's being extradited to the United States.
Really?
Yes, very seriously. It's finally coming now. The country, you know, and I got to look this up, but the country that currently has him has a extraditing treaty with the United States.
Excellent.
Okay, so they've been working this out where they're going to extradite him to the United States
For Natalie Holloway?
for Natalie Holloway.
Wow.
Now, couple of things. Did you know that he extorted $25,000 from Natalie Holloway's mother
No.
by saying before he went to prison for the other murder, I know where the remains are. I will tell you where the remains are
Just give me the money.
for $250,000, and I will, take you there or whatever, right?
Right.
She says, I'll give you $25,000. He tells her where they are. He goes to prison, writes her a letter in prison saying, haha, I lied to you. Okay. It was supposedly buried. His father put them in the foundation of the home. And that's not true. That's not true. So still to this day, they have yet to find her,
yeah.
right? So they're going through all this stuff for him to be extradited here. And shit is hitting the fan because
bet.
they actually now have more information on, proving the case that he actually did it. And the angle that I'm reading that they're trying to work right now is to cut him a deal on his current murder charge for information on Natalie Holloway. So that's currently what's going on with that. So
Wow.
I didn't know if you had heard of that,
No, I hadn't. That's no good.
right?
I
So-
mean, it's good because hopefully there will be some answers, but God, what a piece of shit.
So
What
currently
a fucking awful human being.
he's in Peru. That's where he's
Okay.
at. So
Drop him off the top of Machu Picchu.
no shit, right? So
Oops.
So one of the things that came up recently is that because Peru has this open treaty with the United States for extradition. However, it's a sticky situation of
course,
who
it
he
always
is
is.
and
Yeah,
all that
it
stuff.
always is.
Well, there are reports that he is devising plans to keep the prison that he's currently in lockdown. Okay.
So he can't.
So he can't be extradited. So, because they're like on their second week of lockdowns, continuous lockdowns from rioting in the prison.
So
that
he's
at.
trying to keep the riots going.
And word circulating within the prison. Now it's all speculation,
Right.
but the word is that he is working this up. Okay. And having this shit happen so he can fucking stay in Peru and not have to go to the United States.
Wow.
Okay. The level of disgustedness,
Dude, this
that
is just
this guy, he's
this is
just
pure evil, dude.
It really is, man. And it's we all knew from the beginning that he did it,
Right.
right? We all knew that. It was overwhelming. I mean, I can remember back to so it was, I believe, 2004.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Right. So, I mean, I had been out of college at that point in
Right.
time for quite some time.
Right.
It was a big
Oh, absolutely.
effing deal. And on top of all that, these are places that my wife and I had considered going to on vacations.
Right.
Right. So it was even more of a, top of mind type of issue.
Yeah, do I want to go here?
Yeah. And we followed this case very, very closely and knew for a fact that this fucking guy did it.
Yeah.
Right? I think all of the evidence pointed in that direction. However, the one thing that this guy has not given up is
Where?
the location.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Manner
And-
of death and where she is.
and because they don't have enough physical evidence, it's been virtually impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So the trial that they had in Aruba for the guy, the judge threw out because of the lack of physical evidence.
Yeah, it's all circumstantial.
So, I mean, just thinking about that and then throwing that out, the idea that he's going to be extradited, brought back here, and finally stand trial, even based on just the evidence that they had back then.
Right.
The dude's fucking doing time for this murder. Now, everybody's
And the
holding out hope.
extortion and all that.
Everybody's holding out hope, right? That he'll give up.
He won't. Not like no.
I mean, we
He
all
won't.
know, right? We all know that, first of all, there's no finding her body, right?
Not at this point.
It's in the ocean. It's long gone by now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's just, I think that without question is the manner in which it was disposed of.
Yeah.
Okay. So there
And
is
how he killed her. 'Cause
Yeah.
there was no blood evidence or anything
Nothing.
like that. So I mean, I'm sure he probably choked her to death. But
and take her 2 miles out and drop her over the side.
yeah.
You know, had access to his fucking father's boat.
Yep.
You know, I mean, there was a lot of things that just, it made all that. So there is no finding, but the closure, man. You and I watch a lot of, and I kind of got you turned on to this, but the interrogation stuff, right? And this is one of those where I want to watch the read technique used on Jordan Vandersloot in the United States, you know,
Yep.
justice system. Because first of all, he hasn't gone through that yet. He's gone through it at other places,
Right.
which obviously is a lot different. But I want to see it happen here to see if we can actually get any information out of this motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree.
So
Wow.
I didn't know if you had heard about that, but
No, that was that one I
huge.
haven't heard about.
And again, I think a lot of people our age, I mean, it was top of mind then. And
Absolutely.
It's still something that is still unsettling for a lot of people.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For
and
sure.
to think that maybe, just maybe,
There might be an answer.
there might be an answer out there.
Because I
think
mean,
it's pretty cool.
in my mind, I didn't study it. I didn't follow it a whole lot because I knew enough of it that I never watched any of the specials.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So,
Well, you didn't need to,
right? Because
you
I
know,
knew enough of what was going on,
Enough
but it
news
was just
coverage.
like I just always thought like nobody ever knew really what happened to her, and that's what I want. That's what I want for the family. Is just
Yeah.
like then what happened to her.
Fuck yeah, man.
You know, I
Fuck
mean,
yeah.
they need to know what happened to her. So
It's so. I mean, put yourself in their shoes. You know.
Oh, I know.
You just gotta know.
yeah,
You know, you don't want to know,
you
but
don't
you
want to
have
know,
to
but you have to know.
You know, so
Yeah,
it's just
man, that's terrible.
it's just crazy. But like I said, it's something that's come up recently, and I was like, man, I'm very passionate about it, just for the simple fact that I, as a parent, especially of
Now.
a daughter of a, you know,
It's that age.
I got an 18-year-old daughter.
That's going to go on spring break. You know?
exactly.
At least she went to Beantown. That was cool.
Yeah,
You
she
know,
did.
so
She,
we were just talking about that.
Yeah, well, she's got a boyfriend and all that fun stuff. So you know, I don't know what to do. I'm just over here.
No, that's good.
Trying
She's
to enjoy
safer
my
and
life.
sounder that way.
I guess. I don't know. That's not really. I don't want to even talk about that.
No, I know.
Anyway, so yeah, Natalie Holloway. That's been a big one, man. That's been an absolutely big one.
The other one that I just saw was the Idaho bitch, the Lori Daybell. She just was found guilty of killing her 2 kids.
So
The cult mom.
it's funny you bring that up. So yeah, we. I have that.
This one's awesome.
I have that, and we're actually going to talk about that. We might as well just talk about it now.
Well, my husband passed away unexpectedly last year.
Tonight, the
'cause-
family of Eric
'cause
Richens, the
your
man
boyfriend killed
allegedly
him.
murdered by his wife turned children's book author, is speaking out.
They feel like there may be some justice here for Eric.
According to search warrants, Eric's family told investigators they believe his widow, Corey, had something to do with his death, advising the father of 3 had warned them that
There
if
we go.
anything happened to him, she was to blame.
Why did he stay with her?
The boys. I mean, he
I'll
was
bring
by
it back
all
up here in
accounts
just a
just an
second.
amazing
Okay.
father. He wanted to be with his
All of a
kids as
sudden,
much
it's
as
deciding to
possible.
do whatever it
Police
wants.
arrested
like it.
Corey on Monday near Park City, Utah, alleging the 33-year-old poisoned her husband in March of last year with a massive dose of fentanyl. Corey's arrest.
Passed
start
away
this over again real quick.
unexpectedly
No, it's okay. I
last
mean,
year.
the audio's
Tonight,
fine.
the family of Eric
It's fine.
Richens, the man allegedly murdered by his wife turned children's book author, is speaking out.
They feel like there may be some justice here for Eric.
According to search warrants, Eric's family told investigators they believe his widow, Corey, had something to do with his death, advising the father of 3 had warned them that if anything happened to him, she was to blame.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, so you bring this up, right? So there's this woman in Utah who her husband dies. She writes a children's book.
Okay.
The children's book that she writes is for her children on how to cope with losing a parent.
Okay.
Okay. So
Seems like that's a good thing.
So she's on TV. You saw at the very beginning of this.
Look at me.
She
I'm
goes on
finding
tour,
coping, right?
She goes on tour with her book, saying, "Look, this is for all the families out there who need to go to learn how to deal with what I'm going through with my kids,
right?
Okay, and how tragic and horrible this is." Turns out that
she killed him.
She fucking killed him. She poisoned his ass.
She gave him an overdose of fentanyl.
She tried to do this multiple times before
that's why he's like, hey.
She succeeded. She was spending $900 a pop on fentanyl, giving it to him, and it wasn't killing him. All right, so
he was high.
He was so high, right?
So high.
So high. And she.
Sorry.
And this dude, he's like, he tells everybody he knows.
Dude, she's trying to kill me.
Everybody he knows. If something happens to me, it's that bitch. Okay? She's trying to kill me. Why are you staying with her? Well, because I can't prove that she's trying to kill me, but she's trying to kill me. And because he's worth a lot of money. So, dude,
Why did he stay with her?
The boys. I mean, he was by all accounts just an amazing father. He wanted to be with his kids as much as possible.
Police arrested Corey.
There's
on
ways
Monday
to take
near
them
Park City,
with you,
Utah,
though.
Yeah.
Alleging the 33-year-old poisoned her husband in March of last year with a massive dose of fentanyl. Corey's arrest a month after promoting her children's book on grief, inspired by Eric's death, calling him an amazing husband and wonderful father.
Dude, she writes the dedication page to him.
Well, yeah, because he died, she gets all this fame.
So you actually wrote this book with your children?
I did.
According to court documents,
Well, because he was gone, so who else was she supposed to write it with?
Fentanyl in his system.
Bitch.
That's true, too.
5 times. 5 times the lethal limit of fentanyl in her system.
That's a fair amount of fentanyl.
Okay, have you seen the photographs that have been like coming out of San Francisco and Philadelphia and stuff of the fentanyl overdose, where these people, and I don't know if it affects obviously it affects your equilibrium, but it does something to you to make you turn into a U, where you're standing upright and then your body just folds over, right? And your head's down by your knees and you're just standing there and you're a zombie.
I've only seen that with Flocka. I've never seen that.
No, this is fentanyl, and this is happening everywhere. Dude, they just did this expose in San Francisco where they took a camera and panned it down the street, and you can count 14 people literally just slumped over, just swaying back and forth, but not moving other than that.
Huh.
Not speaking, not eyes closed, some eyes open, fucking out of, they're calling it zombie land.
Huh.
These people look like zombies.
Yeah. I'll have to look into that because I haven't seen that. Every experience I've ever had with fentanyl is the dude's breathing twice a minute and is fucking...
Okay, but what I'm saying is that, so that's like 2 times or 1 time.
Right.
This guy he was given
5 times
5 times a lethal dose of that.
That's a lot of fentanyl.
That's not even being high, bro.
No, that's really, really, really high.
You go.
Yeah, that's you dead high.
To celebrate closing on a house for her business. On 2 separate occasions, according to the documents, Corey had purchased $900 worth of fentanyl pills prior to Eric's death.
Where'd she get them?
Investigators say Eric had recently
black
changed
market.
his will and life insurance from his wife to his sister.
So he knew.
Without her knowledge.
He knew. So he knew.
He knew.
He's like, fuck this, dude. She's going to kill me. I'm changing my will. Okay? I'm not telling her.
Nope.
I'm leaving everything to my sister. Even though I fucking hate my sister, I'm leaving everything to my sister.
Warrant states he didn't tell his wife because, according to his sister, he believed Corey might kill him for the money. And he wanted their kids to be financially secure.
Unbelievable.
Corey Richens is charged with aggravated murder. She has yet to enter a plea, and her attorneys declined to comment. She's expected in court next week.
That's crazy, huh?
Wow.
Right?
Jesus, man.
I know, huh?
Okay.
So it's one of those things where you're like, wait, what? That's not real, but yet this is like almost
real.
Normal.
Dude, that's the thing. It's like that's not the first. I mean, it's the first one of those specific stories, but how many other stories are? I love this one.
Yeah.
How many other stories are out there of people saying one thing and doing the other.
Yep.
You know, I mean,
Exactly.
the other one that as you were talking about Natalie Holloway, the one that really struck me and, my ex that we followed closely was Lacey Peterson.
Oh yeah.
You know, and so I was thinking about that whole situation where he's playing this whole thing and he's the one that did it.
Yep.
So.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's the
granted,
thing.
we all knew he did it pretty quickly.
And that's the thing
you know.
is that there's how many times? I mean, I was watching something.
Sorry, I slid.
No, it's all right. But I was watching something. It was part of the interrogation videos that I like to watch so bad, like on Red Tree,
right?
Stuff like that. Anyway, the guy who murdered his fellow classmate, who he lived in an apartment across the hallway from. He had big black curly hair. He's a white kid. At any rate, he's literally on camera when the news crew shows up.
Right.
And he's talking to the news crew, and he slips up
during
the interview. Says something. They say back to him, "Well, she's dead," and he realizes right then and there he's been caught.
Wow.
Even though the people recording
have no idea.
Right. Right? And you could see his face. It goes from the normal, like, I'm talking to you to,
right. Oh,
fuck. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so that kind of stuff happens all the time, right?
Yep.
All the time. This one's weird.
It is weird.
Because this one, it's almost as if, and I don't want to ruin this too much, but it's almost as if she planned, you know what? That's what it sounds
like to me.
I'm going to write a children's book.
Yeah.
Okay. What am I going to write a children's book about? Oh, fuck. You know what would sell really good is like a grief kind of, a counseling book. Well,
Yep.
I've never gone through any of that. Well, you know what? I'm fucking like that guy. You know what? I am going to do this. And you know why I'm going to do this? Because I'm going to be able to profit off of this shit.
Exactly.
I'm going to kill this motherfucker.
Yep.
Get away with it. Write a book to cover my tracks.
Yep.
And all is going to be great. And I'm going to become a famous author.
If I did it, son.
Exactly. I'm OJ.
OJ in it.
Right?
Yep.
Unfucking real.
Yep.
Unreal. Here's a better one, though, dude. Hopefully this will take your mind off of that.
Yeah, this is a good one.
So, just to back up a little bit, I love fucking crime and shit like that, right? This one is just stupid. This one is so stupid that I had to play it for you because, well, it's
awesome.
It's too awesome that we have to go through this. Listen to this. So,
there's no sound.
No, it's coming.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, it's coming. My bad.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
So the cops are called.
Oklahoma.
Cops are called to Oklahoma because of what they think is a cry for help. Now you got to listen.
That's a person.
He thinks it's a person.
Right.
Now you're not going to be able to hear it right now because he's running. All right. But you can faintly hear it in the background. Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yep.
Right there. And then the dog.
Does it go?
Now you hear it.
Yep.
And it sounds like help.
Yep. Oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah, I just read it. I didn't get to hear this.
I'm standing outside her back. I hear it. But I don't know if it's an animal or a person. But sure enough, we're walking over here. I'm like, that's a person.
You hear that? That's the best one you hear.
Oh yeah, man. Well, I remember living over.
That's the Timmy of goats, bro.
It is.
That's the Timmy of goats.
I remember living over by the Folsom Zoo and hearing the peacocks going off, and I didn't know about them at first, and I was like, "What the fuck? Who's screaming?"
Right.
And then I was like, "Oh, that's right. The zoo has
God.
peacocks."
Dude, this one was so good because it was a passerby
As it always is.
But it sounded not like a driver, but like a jogger.
Right.
Right.
They just kept hearing,
and kept hearing what they thought was help. So they just dialed 911 and said, I'm out off of this road and I hear cries for help.
Yep.
Send somebody out here. So these guys come out. Well, what they did is they parked on the road and they just stood there.
listening.
And they were listening for it, and then all of a sudden they could hear it, but they were so far away that they couldn't make out the difference.
Yeah, between a goat and a person.
And they're just, no, that sounds like help. So then you saw them, they take off running, and the farmer's there, and he's like, well, should I put the goat away? Please? Well, turns out the goat is pissed off.
Yeah, because he's got to be. He was away from the rest of the goats. So he wanted to go hang out with his goat
wasn't
buddies.
with the rest of the goats, so he was pissed off. He was being separated.
Yeah,
so he's
yelling.
now pouting in the corner.
He's yelling. Hey, fucker. Yeah, fuck you. Let me back with the goats. Fucking great. That's a good one. That's a good upbeat cop story right there. I'm a fan of that one.
Oh, I love that one, dude. That was that one gave me a good laugh, a good chuckle.
Oh, faux show.
The read wasn't bad. That's not what I was trying to say, but you know, the video that I found, it was a hell of a lot better.
Oh, absolutely.
So
yeah, I was hoping I could hear it.
I'm gonna give
Peloton ads.
Well,
okay.
no, we're not.
That guy died in the Peloton chase.
We're not going to Peloton just yet. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna bring this one up. If it'll allow me.
I like this new feature, by the way. This is fun.
Dude, do you like this?
I do like this.
Well, let me see if it's going to allow me. We're going to go ahead and play this fucker for you. And I'll just let you hear what's going on.
That guy.
Okay?
For leading police on a chase. This is the man here on your screen. They say that cows helped take them into custody, in fact.
So did you...
Cows take him into custody?
Yes. Did you hear this story?
No.
Okay.
No.
This is a great story because... Okay. Listen, we're having like today is Barnyard.
I'm telling you.
Okay, we're doing.
Sounds like
we're doing barn. Well, could you started this whole thing by sending me a video or sending me a news article that I could not find video on. By the way,
bummer.
That we're going to get to because you're the one who started all of this. But these two things,
technically, Bondi started it with the cocaine hippo thing.
These three things actually,
we got the cocaine bear.
They started because of your thing.
Right.
Okay. But they all happened within the same week.
Yeah.
Which is funnier than shit.
Because the animals are taking care of shit.
Animals are taking over the world.
Yes, they are.
So yes, cows help cops find and arrest this man.
Hell yeah, because the cows are the smartest creatures on the planet.
He didn't stop. Law enforcement later found his vehicle abandoned there on the area of Highway 421 and Highway 229 in Deep Gap. This is where the cows come in. Officers say that the animals led the officers to where Minton was hiding. He was arrested on several charges and is expected to be in court next month.
So,
how?
So he's fleeing from the cops, right?
Got that.
He abandons his vehicle.
Got that.
We see this a lot, right?
Yeah.
He gets out and runs. Well, he must have literally a mile or so head start because when the cops get to his abandoned vehicle, he's nowhere to be found.
Right.
Okay. So they start looking around. Okay. Now there's a herd of cattle out in this field.
Okay.
And these cattle start 2 by 2 in it to a corner. Okay.
Okay.
And they're just one after another, just fucking single filing it out over to this corner. And they're like, that's interesting. It's not towards the barn.
Right.
It's far corner of the field. So they're like, maybe we should investigate where they're heading. So they followed the line of cows. Okay? They literally walked the fucking line of cows like in the
Jesus Christ!
What
like
was
in South Park?
Yes,
they go at the clock.
Yes, I was thinking more of the what was the one with Jack Palance and
City Slickers.
City Slickers.
Yeah, I want to wear your ass as a hat.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. I was thinking like that, where they're just kind of do along the side with all the cows.
Right.
They get down to the very first cow, and the first cow is like kind of just staring at the dude who's hiding in the corner in the bushes. like trying to hide from the cops.
And the cows are like, "Hey, man, what are you doing over in my bush?"
He's right there.
Cows really are the smartest fucking creatures on the planet. That's why the aliens like them so much.
Fucking pretty impressive. Dude.
That is very impressive.
That's impressive. So that's a good one. Now, you had a story, which brings this whole thing of doing our little circus here full circle.
And unfortunately, I don't have an update on my story.
No, well, because there currently isn't an update.
Okay.
But please do tell the fine folks out there about Curious George.
Oh, absolutely. So the headline. I mean, we're reaching down to Alabama. Is this it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Oh, that's Peloton.
That was me. I jumped the gun.
Oh, okay. That's all good. So down in Alabama, if for all of our Alabama listeners, those of you that are going to be traveling through the great state of Alabama at any point in time, please keep your eyes peeled for a monkey. You see, he is a white-faced capuchin monkey. He's going to be easier to find. I know he's got that white face. That's why
Aren't they all?
Well, he's popular. He's going to be safe.
Aren't they all?
He's going to be safe in.
Is that monkey racist?
No, well, he's going to be safe down there because he's got the white face.
Don't they all look the same?
But he's got a black body, so it's very strange.
Ooh.
But this one's going to be easier to pick out.
Okay.
He's wearing yellow pants.
Curious George is
That's
on the
right.
loose.
He's wearing his yellow pants. His name is Cookie.
Cookie.
He escaped from his house. In that he lives with dude.
Okay, so he doesn't own or rent.
No,
right?
he doesn't have his own pad. He's
Okay.
he's a roommate. It's kind of probably maybe a flopping situation. I don't know, but he lives with this dude named Andrew Foster.
Okay.
And Andrew,
fostering
I don't know what
cookies.
happened, but Cookie opened the door and.
So
he's
Cookie
like-
opened the door.
I don't know.
We don't know how he escaped?
I don't know how he escaped, but I'm assuming you put yellow pants on me, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, "Hey, I got some dignity."
Was he a performance monkey?
No, he just lived at the house.
Just
hang out, just roommate situation or
Okay.
something. I don't know
All
if
right.
maybe rent was due, and he was like, "I ain't got no job."
Peace.
Deuces.
I need
you making me
bananas.
wear yellow pants. I'm out.
I need nanners. You're asking for money.
Yeah, I ain't
I'm
got
out.
no job.
I'm out.
Deuces. I got yellow pants on.
So Cookie has been now missing for what seems to be like 9 days.
Yeah, Cookie's been out on the prowl for a while. So
Yeah.
keep your eyes peeled, Alabamans.
Well, in 9
surrounding
days-
states at this point.
I was going to say in 9
you know,
days, I think.
Ole Miss might need to be keeping their eyes peeled.
Yeah, you can make some. You
Maybe
can
in Louisiana,
cover some
maybe
ground.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Maybe Missouri. Maybe he's going to go hang out with the goats in Oklahoma.
Well, I mean,
He heard them calling for help. And he's like, "I got you, fool."
they might need. They might want that. To
I
be
got
perfectly
you.
honest. So.
Yeah, that would be.
No, that's awesome. No, so I tried to find videos on Cookie. Here's what I find. There's a bunch of missing monkeys all over the world.
Oh shit!
All over
That
the
means
world.
they're conspiring.
Well, that's part of the thing that I wanted to say is that.
I think we're Planet of the Aping it.
So we have goats making false police reports.
Yep.
We have
To
cows,
distract us.
We have cows leading us to
The criminals.
Criminals.
Yep.
Okay. We have monkeys just fucking with us.
Deuces. I'm
Okay.
out. Well, we put yellow pants on them though, so that's.
Well, in this
That's the problem.
particular case, but I saw a whole shit ton of monkeys that didn't have nothing on
They
them.
didn't have pants on.
Some of them actually did have leashes.
Okay.
So, like one report was, I lost my monkey. He's currently on the loose, probably carrying a red leash. So
Carrying his own leash. at
my
least,
first
yeah,
thought
so that's
was,
good.
no, I mean, he probably got rid of the leash.
Yeah, he knows how to get
He's
rid of
probably not big.
He's probably like,
fan
no, I
of
don't
the
like this leash. I'm out.
I'm fucking not doing.
Why do you
this,
think I ran? I don't like the leash.
It's bad. So yeah, just keep your eyes out for Cookie. We hope Cookie's safe return.
I hope he's safe and sound.
And once he does, I'd like to get him on the show.
For sure.
So
let us know what his adventures were all about.
If we can get Cookie on the show, that would be pretty dope.
Which also reminds me, the fact of the animal thing, and this is something I always wanted to do with my cat when I was in high school.
Okay.
I haven't watched it, but I did see a headline. I think it was yesterday that a guy put a GoPro on his cat.
Oh yeah,
and just let it go.
Yeah,
and it was like the greatest video of all time, supposedly.
Well,
and I'm like, I totally want to do that because I want to know what my cat was up to like for 12 hours. You
now
know what I'm saying?
that's just it. Is that I actually think it's probably more interesting on a cat, but the idea was stolen from Reno 911 when they put the GoPro on the dog.
Yeah,
on the drug sniffing dog.
Yeah,
because that's all you ever need to see. If you want to know what your GoPro is going to look like on an animal, just go watch that video from Reno 911, and you're gonna see everything you need to see.
That's true.
Because that's all it is. Okay, you're gonna watch your dog humping another dog, and that dog looking backwards at your dog, like,
hey, how you doing?
You having fun? Okay,
You done back there?
How is it? Right,
you're about done here.
That's pretty much all you're gonna see.
You like it when they look back at
So
you. It's kinda,
now a cat on the other hand,
they hop fences and shit.
they
so-
do some interesting shit.
Yeah, so you see what the neighbors are up to, because the cat's just gonna roll around and no one's gonna notice.
GoPro on a cat facing straight up to the sky would be excellent to do like detail work underneath your car. You know?
Sure.
Go
I think
under
you'd have to
there.
put it on one side though, because they like to flop on the side. You know, when they're snoozing, they're like,
The motherfucker rolls around and scratches my GoPro, dude. I'm killing a cat.
Well, you better have one of those protective
Protective
layers
screen
of
cover.
it. Yeah, you have one on your phone. You put one on your GoPro. It'll be all right.
Whatever. Anyway, so there's another video. I think it's probably my last video that I'm
Is
gonna
it
show
the one
you.
where exercise is bad for your health?
Well, it's
I could've
about
told you that.
it's definitely about exercise. Okay, it's just it's probably not about the exercise that you're thinking about. Okay,
Peloton is recalling 2 million exercise bikes due to fall and injury hazards. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says the bike seat post assembly can break during use.
okay. I do I need to show you more?
Only if there's videos of people falling off the seats.
Okay, that's not even the thing. So the
Damn.
the bike post seats breaking off.
Right,
Okay.
and I want to see fools falling and shit.
And
That'd
then-
be funny.
and then-
maybe dudes doming themselves on the balls and shit, or
Okay.
maybe getting impaled in the butthole.
All right, so let
You
me,
know.
let me do this.
I don't really see the impaling in the butthole happening. I see more like back injuries on that.
Bullshit.
But-
Okay. So here's the situation. Okay. Here's the bike seat.
Okay.
Okay. And here's it goes in, or actually it's this way. Here's the post
Right.
that it goes into.
Right.
The bike seat and post slide in.
Right.
Okay. What they're saying is the seat itself comes off. So this post is still there.
Oh, the seat just.
The seat breaks off.
That's what I'm saying, but that would tip you away from the post.
Not if the seat falls off backwards
And then you kind of just.
or forwards.
But you still have the
You're
seat
either
in
ripping
between
your
yourself.
You're either ripping your balls or
Yeah.
your taint.
Not a good time.
Not a good time at all.
No.
Peloton, you are sterilizing the world as we know it.
Well, first they tried to take everybody out with heart attacks, I heard.
Oh, yes,
and
they
now
did.
they're taking everybody out by just impaling them in the butthole.
Yeah, and so you're recalling your bikes. People aren't buying your bikes anymore. Now you're trying to anally rape them. I mean, are you watching South Park?
I was going to say, it sounds like the It.
Is this the it? Okay. Are we going to be able to fly from coast to coast
Yeah,
with this
it's better
fucking thing?
better than standing in line.
I'm just curious, man.
the
I
airport.
have no idea what we're doing here. So yeah, I came across that and went, "Are you fucking kidding me?" There's going to be, and this happens every time. There's going to be a class action lawsuit, and there's going to be 1,000 people who are going to have anal X-rays, and they're going to be like, "Look what Peloton did to my asshole. I can no longer enjoy shitting.
I was going to say, I bet you they're all standing in
I
court.
can no longer
I don't
enjoy.
think anybody's sitting down in court.
I can
Just saying.
no longer enjoy."
All
rim
rise.
jobs.
Got that handled. You may be seated. Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Can't do that. That's the whole point of why I'm here.
I'm here because I can't sit. So
I am
just want
unable
you
to sit
know.
down
Yeah,
again.
those are all my videos. So
Those
that's
are
all
good
we're doing.
videos. I like those videos.
So that was good fun times.
Those
had
are
my
good
all,
videos.
You know. So
Now let's put on Slayer.
Slayer. I don't want to watch Slayer. What else did I have?
Randy
I had
Blood,
some
Black
other.
Magic.
I did have some other shit here. Well, let's go.
It's a good video. Seasons in the Abyss is really a good video.
Oh,
My
gotta tell you.
favorite video probably of all time is Paradise City, though.
Gotta tell you about.
It's a great video.
You noticed I got my hair's cut.
I did. I was going to mention that earlier. You look very handsome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Whoa. Like right now with the microphone kind of just covering things. Sorry, Johnny Manziel. But you look just like Johnny Manziel.
Better.
You still look like Johnny Manziel. Now I can't get it out of my head.
Johnny here.
Johnny Football. You're Johnny Football.
Oh, wrong guy. So went to go get my hair's cut the other day.
Yep.
And we'll wrap this shit up because it's I know it's been.
We're also going to talk about your very nice shirt. We talked about my very nice shirt.
Oh yeah, Mountain Dew you.
Yeah.
And Stones Radio Networks do.
Yes,
me.
they should.
Got some new shirts.
Siren.
I dressed up for the show.
It's the Siren Network. I did too.
So I go get my hair's cut, and we live in a world nowadays where you don't really have conversations with strangers.
No.
It just people don't tend to want to.
No.
Right?
They don't.
And so I walked in.
That's why I like my job. to be honest with you.
Well, because you're forced to talk
I
to
have
them
to.
because
So-
they have to converse with you to
Yeah.
let you know that they're not dead.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't like to talk to me, though. That's all right.
I'm
I get
sure
that.
they don't, but they still need to let you know they're alive.
Like that one chick.
You know?
Did I tell you about that? I'll tell you about that.
All I know is that there's many times where you have to do the sternum rub really hard to get people to say shit.
There's that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But sometimes they just have a piss poor attitude.
Yeah, piss poor attitude. Well,
They're just sitting there staring at you, and you're like,
this particular old man didn't have a piss poor attitude. I want to start by saying,
no, you went into this with a good attitude?
no, he did not have a piss poor
you said
attitude.
old man. I thought you were talking about yourself.
Fuck you.
Fat.
Fuck you. That's by the way, my guy nicknamed me
Funny old man or cool old dude or something.
Cool old dude.
Yes.
So whatever. Anyway.
The new guy.
So the old man, he was not in a bad mood, nor was I.
Good.
Okay. And the lady, she's asking, who's ready? And, I told her, my son will go. I'll sit here. She's trying to get his attention, and he's an older gentleman. He's got both of his legs wrapped up in ace bandages. He's got a little cane thingy, right? And he's totally spaced the fuck out.
Yep.
And she's talking to him, and he's not answering. So I
Hopped
go,
up on those meds.
so I go, hey, sir, she's oh, okay, and they start communicating, and boom, all right. So because I said, hey, sir, I must have opened up the dialogue.
Hey, how you doing?
Yes, I must have opened up the dialogue.
Yep.
And generally speaking, I would have no problem with that. You know this. I'm a very personable guy. I like to talk to people.
Indeed.
Okay. So I was expecting something, but I didn't get oh, hey, hi. Okay. I got this, and I had to write it down.
Oh, I was going to say, he sent you a message? That's awesome.
I had to write it down because it was because of what he said.
Okay.
Okay. So he looks over at me and he goes, what do you think about Biden's job he's doing?
Wow. All right. Heavy topic right there, but okay.
That's the first words. My response, because I'm not getting into shit.
Right.
Not out in public, not with an 80-year-old dude.
Convicted felon.
So I just say, he's doing a fine job. Okay. Kind of passive, right? Fine job. Yeah, he's doing a fine job. His next statement is,
do you believe in Jesus?
Oh, he's doing a fine job even letting all them fucking migrants across the border right now? My response, yeah, I guess, yeah. Okay. So those are the first two. So now he hits me.
Oh, snap, son.
Now he hits me, okay? He hits me with this. Did you know currently that Biden is signing into law that he's planning on getting rid of all physical currency and going to a digital cryptocurrency that will turn us into a communist country?
Nice.
Mic drop. Mic drop.
That's all I got to say, son.
So I responded, awesome. Communist country, bring it on.
Yeah. I like standing in line for toilet paper.
What am I supposed to do? The guy's an 80-year-old man. I'm not a disrespectful guy, okay? I don't have to believe in what he believes in, but I still don't want to be disrespectful, okay? I'm sitting in a business about to get my hairs cut.
That's all you're
all of them cut, too.
Yeah, just get them, making them all look good.
I want them all to be cut.
That's right, making them all look good.
And he hits me with, what do you think of Biden's presidency? What about all the fucking immigrants? We're going
communist based on cryptocurrency.
He's enacting policy to make us go become a communist country.
So you handled that appropriately with, okay, all right. I don't know.
Even if I did believe it, what am I supposed to say?
Well, if you did believe it, then you would have started a whole other conversation.
No, because that's the thing is you can't just do that out there anymore. Okay? You can't just talk politics anymore.
But I'm saying if you were on the same page with them, then you would have.
I
You know what I mean?
Dude,
but,
I guess.
But because you're on opposing sides and you have like sanity about you, so my probably response is I probably would have laughed and then I would have looked at him and I would have been like, well, at least based on your condition, you're going to be dead soon.
See, that's why I need you there with me, because
then,
I just don't have the heart.
Right.
I don't have the stomach.
I unfortunately would, and that's the problem.
I know, and I needed. See, I really do. I need you to chaperone me when I go out in public, because I need somebody there to do that for me. Because I ended the conversation very, very abruptly. Okay,
right.
Because then I said, I looked at him right in his eyes and I said, "Sir, to be perfectly honest with you, I honestly don't think this is a conversation we should be having in a place of business."
Oh, that was very nice of you.
And he says, "Oh, really? Okay," and didn't say another fucking word to me the rest of the time.
Word.
All right. So
you handled that very well.
Because
that's not how I would have handled
it. But I kind of wanted to handle it like you would have handled it.
Right.
I do want to handle it, because there comes a point in time, and I'm getting to that age where I don't want to
did somebody let you out of your home today, sir? Is that what happened? Because you're fucking insane.
I really truly just wanted to go off of the rails and be like, bro, really? Like, this is how we're going to do this?
Right.
You know what I mean? I wanted to give them the whole, listen, you want to talk politics? Let's go outside and actually have a fucking debate.
A real
if you're
conversation.
going to sit here on your fucking fat ass with your two legs wrapped up, you couldn't catch me if you tried, and want to talk about politics.
Come over here, I'm going to stab you.
Exactly. And you want to talk politics, actually, let's go outside and have a fucking debate about it. Because what you're saying, you're fucking high.
That's insane.
Okay, you're absolutely high.
Insane.
That we are, he told me, I have a good friend.
Oh, there you go.
Who is very much into politics and does his research, and he told me that we're becoming a communist party, and Biden just enacted this law, and da 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 da.
There you go.
The only good friend that I could think of was that dude,
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. That's the only good friend of his that I could think of.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean.
At least he's got a reliable source.
Well, and it's sad because I didn't want to hate on the guy. You know what I mean? Go ahead and believe that that's fine, but even politely asking to no longer have the conversation,
right,
it wasn't polite.
No.
Like there was no decorum, even though I was trying everything I had in my body to be fucking cool.
Yep. Yeah, I'm not going to make a deal out of this, so okay.
You know, but there was still had to be a deal made. You know what I mean? And it was just like, fucking kidding me. So we leave, and my son looks at me and he goes, "What was that?" And I was like, fucking... He just told us we're going to be a communist country, and he goes, "Oh, fucking, so is Hitler on his way back too?" And he got me.
Yeah, that's funny.
I had to fucking laugh, and I'm like, I guess.
He gets it, man. He gets it.
And I
it's
almost,
funny.
it's like, I should have turned around, walked in there and said, "Hey, one more thing.
Yeah.
Is Hitler coming back too?"
Is it going to be JFK Jr.'s fucking vice president?
Oh yeah, that was a great one. Currently, JFK is president. I don't know if you heard this.
I did not.
Currently, JFK is president. Trump.
Senior or junior?
No, senior.
The one with the head that's not attached all the way?
Yeah, because he was never killed.
Oh.
Yeah, he was never killed.
That was a Gallagher thing? Watermelon?
That is correct.
Got it. Okay.
Junior is the placeholder. Okay. Biden right now is
a hologram.
Is
or an actor.
An actor.
Yeah.
And Trump is actually secretly running the country.
Right.
That's just so you know, that's currently the layout of the land. So JFK Sr. is still running everything.
Well, shit, I wish he was, because I was thinking about like a lot of the shit he was thinking about back in the 60s. Yeah. I was like, damn, we should be rolling with some of that.
Well, I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that think we still are.
Oh, no, we're not. Because if we were, then
we wouldn't be
a little bit different than
we wouldn't
they
be in the fucking situation I think we're currently in.
Just based on what I know. I mean, and the other fact that he'd be like 100 and something years old at this point. Like,
that's what I was thinking when they said it. I was like, wait, wouldn't he actually be dead?
Yeah, he'd be like 100. He'd be like 105 at this point, like at the youngest. Because I want to say he was what, like late 40s?
Late 40s.
So, and that was 1963, so that was 60 years ago. Yep. So, call him 45 at the time. He'd be 105 right now. Like, he's
kind of old.
Adrenochrome.
Oh, adrenochrome. Oh, it's all the
It's not just for the holiday elite or Hollywood elites. They're just trying to out the Hollywood elites so they get the stores themselves.
So they get more. Yeah, I see how it's working.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We got to fucking confiscate all that shit.
We definitely got to.
Just like that time that I confiscated that 40 pounds of weed.
And that $15,000 in cash.
Yeah, remember that when there was $7,000 there?
When there was $4,400? Yeah, I remember.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember there was like $300.
Yeah, exactly. I've never seen that much cash in my life.
Exactly.
All right, well, we managed to do it, consecutive shows.
We did.
Can we go for 3 in a row?
Oh, hells to the yeah, man.
You think so?
Hells to the yeah.
So you want to do this again next Tuesday?
I always want to do
right
this.
about, say, 11 o'clock-ish?
Yeah, that's the time that we decided that it works for us. It seems that it works all right.
Okay.
We're both awake and accomplish stuff in the morning. And, yeah. I got a hand on my neck right now, and I got the other one in my pocket.
Well, they can't see the hand.
And the third one is giving a peace sign.
They can't see the hand, you dick. All right, well, we are out.
I couldn't tell what goes out on broadcast on the screen or not.
Yeah, no. So when you were being blocked out on the screen, they can't see that. They could only see the